The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hi, this is Ken Gidge, and this is The Art of Politics, the only show of its type. We do this every weekend. I'm the Democrat, good, Republican, bad. Al Baldasaro, Representative, how are you?
Doing great here. Once again, fact, fiction.
Fact, fiction?
That's right.
Boy, I'll tell you, last week it was awful. I mean, the fight we got into, they had to break it up. They had to stop the cameras. It was terrible. But we made up.
But we made up.
We're okay.
We did. We made friends. I mean, you know, I just have to learn how to not get all stressed out when you tell lies. You know?
And I must not get all stressed out when you think you're telling the truth. This is...
My friend Ken, just so you know, is a legend in his own mind.
That's right. That's right. And thanks for radio.
How's everything going?
Not bad. Not bad. As people know, my wife is a state legislator also. And,
she's the better half. We all know that.
Well, of course. Your better half was in here last week.
Yes.
Sure.
I actually had dinner last week here in Nashua.
How was it?
It was
Where
good.
did you go?
We went to the Joe's, I think it is, at the mall.
Oh, yes? Oh, yes.
Yes, pretty good. I think I had the fish, and it was, good. The people were real nice there.
Well, you come and you spend your money in Nashua.
Yeah, I do every once in a while.
That's what we like.
I never see you in my town spending money. How come?
I
forgot. You're a Democrat.
I owe you a lunch.
Forgot. Yeah, I forgot.
Yes, but look.
Yeah, it's better you owe me than cheat me out.
Ladies and gentlemen, he lives in a place, honest to God, that's so far out that he can walk outside his door, which he does with his pistol, and shoot ducks. You don't shoot them.
I live in...
You shoot at them?
No, I don't shoot ducks.
You scare them at all?
No, not at all. I just target shoot. I live in the 9th largest community in the state. Londonderry has about 24,500 people, and it's a well-to-do town. We have one of the best bands in the country, actually, and probably in the world, Londonderry High School. We're very well focused on special needs children. We have Nate Greenberg, superintendent, does a great job. We have, I think it's a 98-point-something graduation rate. So things are going good in Londonderry. I can't complain. Our taxes for the first time dropped, our property taxes. We have a new town manager, been there about a year. Kevin Smith, who's doing a great job. So I can't complain. Life is great. It's great to be an American.
That's right. That's right. And, well, as I said, my wife is there. She just finished up fishing game. I guess we got probably, what, 1 or 2 more
sessions, right? I think we got about 60 bills, they said, left.
Do you know the week before the speaker came over and said to Commerce, of all the bills out, you guys have 25% of them.
Yeah, but I heard they lied and said you did a good job in Commerce.
Oh yeah, we did, and I've got potentially 3 days up there next week, and everybody's basically done. Are you up there next week at all?
No, I'm going to be in Florida. I'm leaving Tuesday.
Oh, that's right.
I'm so excited. My daughter finally is done with school. She's getting a master's degree at Mount Ida. She graduates Monday at 11 o'clock. And then we're going to go out to dinner. Then I have to give a speech in Range, New Hampshire to the Republican committee out there at 7 o'clock. And then the next morning, my daughter and I get on a plane, and we're taking a week vacation in Florida. Just her and I.
That's great.
Yeah, I promised her I'd take her on a vacation, when she graduated, so I figured at least we'll have fun.
Was that the daughter that was here before?
Yeah, she was here before.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful young lady, intelligent.
And looks
And
like...
I think, I have a feeling she's a little Democrat.
No, not at all.
Oh,
No,
I think so.
Not at all.
Al,
No,
I think so. They
she
go to
don't-
college and they
no.
get smart, they become
You want to know why
Democrats.
she's not a Democrat? Because she always complains on the taxes that are being taken out of her pay, and I say thank a Democrat. She's always complaining because she feels she's young. They're forcing her on health care. I said thank a Democrat. Okay, she's mad about freedom issues. I said thank a Democrat.
Freedom.
You know,
Yeah,
taking
of course,
freedom issues
Of course,
away.
Democrats have nothing to do with freedom.
Did you
we just
vote for
wanna
the
lock
constitutional
people up.
carry?
What?
Did you vote for the constitutional carry?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Absolutely. You know, now
Why not?
please tell our audience that I am one of the very few Democrats that have voted for everything when it comes to guns. Is
You
that
want me
correct?
lie? Yes, he's correct.
That's correct.
know.
Now, but I just could not vote for where everybody can carry a gun without a permit. Everybody.
Okay,
Stick it in your pocket.
Let me show you where Democrats are hypocrites. Okay, because in New Hampshire, it's already a law. Everybody can carry a gun open.
Openly.
Yes,
Correct.
openly. It's
Correct.
already the law.
Correct.
So now, the state of Vermont has not had a gun permit since their existence, over 200 years. In the state of Vermont, did you know that? Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
Yes.
They have no permits.
They have no permit. That's why constitutional
Wait a
carry
minute, for what?
for gun permits.
In other words, you don't need a gun permit.
You don't need a gun
you can
permit.
put it in your pocket.
If you're a law-abiding citizen, you don't need a gun permit.
Well, you say law-abiding citizen, you mean
Means-
somebody who hasn't.
Somebody that hasn't broken the law.
And what do you have to do to break the law?
Well, come on, you can't be that slow.
Well,
Felonies, things like that. It's already a federal law. You can't have a gun.
he shouldn't start so early doing this to me, because I know how to take care of it.
Okay, let me put it this way here. Let me tell you what constitutional carry does. What happens is with the law open carry, if it's during the winter and somebody goes out of the house and puts their coat on, they broke the law. They become a criminal now. It's a concealed weapon. If somebody is open carry, gets in their car, it's a concealed weapon now. You're driving with a loaded weapon.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, you leave your
Ken.
gun out.
Ken,
In
no.
fact, everywhere around
Ken,
the country, if you
it
ever go
is
down to Arizona, everybody's
Ken,
got their guns in their
Ken,
gun
we're
rack.
in New Hampshire. If we're in New Hampshire.
If you go into a car.
If you go into your car and you have your gun is hidden in your car, police pull you over, you're a concealed weapon. Read the law.
Well, I know that. No. I have a friend.
Speak English.
I have a friend who carries a gun all the time.
You have
and
friends?
I don't know why.
You have friends?
And yes, I do. Occasionally,
Okay.
one or two. And he keeps it out like on the seat all the time.
Okay.
And he's smart, because that means if he gets stopped by a cop, before the cop comes up, he says, "I'm carrying a gun."
Is it legal for him to carry that gun, put that gun in the seat loaded in the car?
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Do you remember us passing law? They
Would
wouldn't
you
pass the law.
like to bet? That's open.
Okay, tell you what, you already owe me a lunch. I'll bet you a lunch here. You're wrong.
All right, okay.
Okay, 2 lunches that you'll never pay.
How many lunches before it becomes
that's right.
a dinner?
You'll never pay. You
3
cannot.
lunches, 1 dinner.
If you do not have a concealed permit carry, you cannot carry a gun in the car loaded. You can't even go hunting and keep your shotgun and loaded in the car.
No, I think.
Or your rifle.
No, you didn't say not loaded. You didn't say there was a
I said
difference
a loaded.
between loaded and
Yes,
unloaded.
I said a loaded gun on the seat.
Well,
You
okay,
cannot do that.
But you can carry a gun that's unloaded.
Unloaded, yes. Are you trying to say now you're wrong?
Well,
Are you saying you're wrong?
Well,
we already made the bet.
It's a.
Do you owe me another lunch that
I
I'll
owe him
never get?
another lunch.
That
damn.
I'll never get.
He did it. He's getting smarter as
Yeah.
these shows go on. But I'm just getting warmed up. Don't get too wise.
It's like taking candy from a baby.
Is it? Okay, ladies
yeah.
and gentlemen, since he has, started already, are you ready for this? Commerce and Consumer
Here, bring it up. Put it on the
Affairs.
table. Bring it on the table. What he has is a copy of what we call our pink sheet that the House Republican Alliance puts it out for Democrats and Republicans. If you go to www.hra.org, you will see all our pink sheets. You will see all our report cards if you want to see how your Republicans are voting, even your Democrats, on constitutional issues and platform issues.
all right.
So I'm not embarrassed with this sheet.
Commerce, because this is the committee I'm from. Ted, relative to child-resistant packaging for tobacco products in establishing a committee to study, revising the indoor smoking law, which we've already agreed that's dumb.
Now, your committee killed that, so I supported the,
No, actually, I thought you guys brought it up and you voted against it.
I did vote against it. I did, because once again, it's a feel-good bill. You heard them on there. It's a nanny bill.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly, I'm glad we have this, and
Yes.
I'm glad you said that.
It's a feel-good nanny bill.
What we're talking about is the people who smoke smokeless cigarettes. Some of them you can, and some of them you throwaways, okay? And some you can buy nicotine, and you just put a couple drops on something, you plug it in, and you can smoke a cigarette again. Well, what these people are doing is they haven't put, child-proof caps on it. A couple kids have died over that. Which isn't, look, I'm
that
not,
was both.
I am not.
That was both testimony.
Hold on. Are you trying to tell me if a kid, the bottle is this big, a kid drinks it down, that's about 3 cartons of cigarettes. Is that good? Or is that bad?
Okay, let me put it this way here. If I take a cigarette, I'm a smoker, and a little kid was chewing on the tobacco, is that good or that bad? Next thing you're going to want is safe on these.
I'll tell you what, if he eats a whole carton of cigarettes, it's bad.
Give it a break. Well, you guys with your nanny bills.
So, you see, this is the type of stuff
is next?
that's little. And now
what is next?
And they use the constitutional amendment, etc. Do you want your child to have a little bottle of nicotine hanging around, and by accident it falls on the floor? Kid picks it up and drinks it, and at least the kid is going to go to the hospital and have his stomach pumped out. But all they have to do is put a child-proof cap. They voted against the child-proof cap. And the reasons are? What are the reasons?
The reason is it's a feel-good bill. The reason, I'll tell you what, you want the book one here from the HRA. The platform states, we believe in the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, unimpeded by intrusive government regulation and control, in free people, free markets, and free enterprise, and also maintain a fundamental role and responsibility of both parents in the care, upbringing, and discipline of their children. Now, what this would have done would have knocked us out of the market, because we would have been the only state around.
No, we're not the only state, for God's sakes. We're about the only state that doesn't have it.
The company says they're doing it on their own.
Have you ever heard of anything so dumb as that?
Because you want more regulation.
You drive me nuts.
Well,
I'm telling you drive me
Democrats are already nuts.
You are telling the people out there it's okay for nicotine to come into the house without a child-proof cap.
No, we're not.
Why not put a child-proof cap on it?
No, we're not. What we're saying is...
Yes, you are.
No, we're not.
You just said you are.
What we're saying is
God bless America. That's what he has. God bless America for everything.
What we're saying is government, get out of the way. The company's doing it on their own without government regulations. They're decided because of the debts, or a few debts, and it wasn't even proven that that's actually what it was.
All right, okay. I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen. It's a bottle is 2 cartons of cigarettes. Do you want your child to drink a small little bottle that's worth 2 cartons of cigarettes of nicotine? The answer is absolutely not. And they voted down a child-proof cap. That's crazy.
More regulation. The company said they're going to do it on their own.
Regulations.
They don't need government involved.
I just thought you said you're for children and for families and everything, and you don't want a child-proof cap on nicotine bottle?
You liberals make me laugh, because you always says, I thought you were for children. That's why if you vote against this, you're against children. Oh, if you vote against this, you're going to push Granny off the hill. Oh, if you stop the vote this way. Give it a break.
My one rule.
Didn't Obama cut the seniors $500 million?
My one rule when it comes to dealing with any Republicans is
you have rules.
You answer the question and don't you run.
No. You
pushing Granny off the hill. You broke that law.
You break the rules all the time. You make them as you go along.
So what? So what? All right.
Once again, I voted against more government regulations. Okay, let's move on to the next one.
Synthetic drugs.
You
voted against that.
Another feel-good bill. Okay, another feel-good bill. And let me explain why. Let me explain why.
Synthetic drugs.
Will you let me finish? Let me explain why.
Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, I'll read here our analysis. The platform states, once again, okay, wait a minute, hold it. Wait, where was synthetic
Where
drugs?
did
Here we
you
go.
got- you got one?
We skipped one. You did. The extends current criminal restrictions to a long list of designer drugs since they are so profitable. Drug dealers continually synthesize these new compounds, not exactly illegal yet, but having much the same effects as illegal drugs. They keep ahead of regulators and create new drugs, which are often more harmful than the original. The platform requires us to always limit spending and growth of government, and these restrictions will be actively evaded by dealers and users alike. Now, the Republican position was you're going to push these underground because you can go on the internet and buy these synthetic drugs. So what we're going to do is,
ladies
if you
and
read
gentlemen,
the bill, 20 pages.
LSD
Did you
is
read the
made
bill?
synthetically.
Did you read the bill?
To read it? It was
Did you read it?
It was in Commerce. What do you mean?
No,
Did I read the
no,
bill?
it was not in Commerce.
Yes, it was in Commerce.
No, it wasn't. It was in criminal justice.
Well, it'll come to
Okay?
Commerce.
So,
No,
you're
it's not.
unbelievable. It was in criminal you don't even know. And that's your
hold on.
committee. It was in criminal justice. We went and testified on it because what you're saying in New
Which
Hampshire.
one? You gave me the wrong sheets.
No.
I've got the wrong sheets. You gave me the wrong sheets.
No, I didn't give you nothing. You took it from me. I didn't give you nothing.
I stole the wrong sheets.
Yeah, you stole it. I'm
want the
glad
right
you used that word. Now.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me explain this.
No, you have the right
No,
sheet. You have the right
all right,
sheet.
you just did it. Let me explain it. Look, there are some drugs that we know the combinations of them, such as LSD is one. All right, mescaline is definitely one. All right. So the people who come in who believe that these drugs should be illegal are the people, the chemists.
That's not true.
Government people come in, the doctors come in.
Why didn't the FDA stop
Everybody
them?
comes in and says,
Why
"Look,
didn't the FDA step in then?"
All you have to do is make this illegal because they're no good for anything else other than harming or hurting people. So why don't we make them illegal?" They said, "Oh no, let's keep them legal because we'll keep those drugs legal." And the
Okay.
reason is.
Now, you heard his side.
Give me
Now, let
the
me tell you
reason.
mine. First of all, the bill was 20 pages long. Second of all, there were so many different
Oh, is that what you read?
There were so many
You
different
couldn't
names
read
on
it.
there.
That's the problem.
That if a store owner didn't understand, a lot of the words we couldn't even explain. We couldn't even,
You can't
explain them.
You can't even hardly
Okay?
speak anyway.
We couldn't
Certainly
even explain
can't
those
write.
words. So what I'm
There you
trying
go.
to say is that bill
couldn't
is going to
explain
make
those words.
store owners criminals
So,
because they put a fine in there, and it's a disgrace what you did.
Excuse me, store owners don't sell this. Drug companies sell them.
No, they
Store
sell them.
owners don't sell
They
it.
sell them in certain tobacco stores and other stuff. There, these items here.
No, this
and in
is
some
not.
of the
This
stores.
is not cigarette stuff.
No.
This is other stuff.
No, this is there's names for them, DK2 and whatever the names they use. That are sold.
Oh, is that the one that
Yeah,
the
this-
kids are dying and going to the hospital?
Yeah, there was a few
It's
kids that
synthetic,
overdosed on
like
synthetic,
marijuana,
yeah,
and, stuff.
right.
And you don't wanna make that illegal.
No, it's not that I don't want it.
Ladies and gentlemen, he doesn't want to make
let
it
me
illegal.
finish it. There
No,
you go
shame
again.
on you.
There you go again.
Shame on you.
The bill was not ready for prime time.
Oh.
The bill was 20 pages long, and if a store gets caught selling these certain things, it's illegal. You can buy this stuff on the internet.
Why is
FDA,
why
let me finish.
is it illegal in almost every
No,
single
it's not.
state except New Hampshire?
No, it's not.
It's illegal in Massachusetts. It's illegal in Vermont. It's illegal in Connecticut. It's illegal in Maine.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You're throwing that out. You don't even know. You're wrong. Okay, you didn't even go to the hearing. I
you
went
want
to
to
the
go
hearing.
for a lunch?
You're wrong.
Want to go for a lunch on that?
Please. Next thing you know, I'm going to own your house. Come on. All right, with all these bets you want to make. But the FDA has not said that, cancel them out. So stop.
All right.
It is another feel-good bill that you have no meat to it and can't control.
All right, and ladies and gentlemen, you have seen on television yourself, even here in the state of New Hampshire, these synthetic things they put together.
We agree.
And they're considered legal. They smoke them, they eat them, they get sick, they end up in the hospital. A few people have died. But yet,
agree.
we already know that throughout the United States. And guess what? They don't want to make it illegal because it does what?
We
What
agree.
does it do?
You know something? We agree that it's
excuse me.
illegal. We agree it should be illegal, but the way the bill was written, you're going to make store owners that have any of these chemicals that on 20 pages criminals.
We're talking about.
It's a feel-good bill.
No, we're talking about things that are mixed, and we're talking about things that are mixed that are already illegal in many states. And why do you keep going? Democrats want more government.
Because that's what you did.
I want your kids to live. You want your kids to live. He wants your kids to live too. But you want to know what he says? The bill is not prime time.
That's right.
Look, this is not Broadway, okay? This is New Hampshire.
The synthetic drug police can walk into any store.
The synthetic drug police?
The synthetic drug police can walk into any store. And if you're selling an item that has one of those issues in there, you're a criminal.
And you will know what they look like because they'll be driving a synthetic car. They'll have a red synthetic nose.
The representatives that went to the floor couldn't even pronounce some of the words. How do you, Democrats and Republicans?
Well, if I was you, I wouldn't tell everybody how dumb we are.
Once again,
I mean,
a feel-good bill that makes law-abiding store owners criminals.
Oh, okay, all right,
yes.
all right, okay.
You want to go? Let's start. Okay. Let's go to SB 40.
Redistricting sales or possession of synthetic drugs. Here we are at that again.
You passed one that's very important to the state of New Hampshire.
The fetus?
SB 40.
Oh, here we go.
Included a viable fetus in the definition of another for the purpose of certain criminal offenses. Now, let me explain this here.
Wait a minute. Before you explain that, it was explained very well that this is a feel-good bill for the Republicans who do not want to abide by the law.
Tell me the law. What's the law? What's the law? Tell me the law.
A woman has a choice to do whatever she wants with her own body.
Right. This has nothing to do with abortion.
That's bull.
Has nothing to do with abortion.
That is absolutely bull.
This has nothing to do.
Because we already have a law. If somebody's in an accident or causes an accident and a fetus is killed inside the womb and it's considered a baby, they kill two people. We already have that.
There was a case in another state where a woman cut out the baby, and the baby died after it got out of the womb, in Colorado, I think. Because there was no fetus homicide, they could not charge her. Now,
Are you,
let me finish.
Are you trying to tell me that this is for people who want to cut it out?
No, you're adding stuff in
there.
Explain
it. You just said it.
You just shut me off. You shut me off. Let me finish.
All right.
Okay? What this is, if you're a mom, and this has nothing to do with abortions, if you're a mother and you choose to carry, you want a child, in some cases, boyfriends are kicking women in the stomach. Some cases, they're pushing them downstairs. In some cases,
we already have a law for that, Al, so don't use that as an example.
We have a law
it's just that you
is
guys
attempted murder or assault on the woman.
You do not want women to have the opportunity to do what they want with their own bodies.
No, that's not true.
That's the way it is.
That's the
we
Democrat
already have
version.
a law for homicide. Cindy Rosenwald, who's smarter than both of us put together,
she's not.
stood up and she simply said, we already have a law
Cindy
up to 15
is for Planned Parenthood.
All you want is you do not want women to control their own bodies.
This was a woman's protection bill for women that choose to carry their child.
I love how you say such things. This is a bill for women. Oh, really?
Show me where in the bill.
So what this does is this.
Show me bring up the bill and show me where it says abortion in that bill.
All right.
Show me where it says that.
I'm a Democrat who say the women out there have an opportunity
this has nothing to do about
what
choice.
They wish with their own bodies, pure and simple. This has something to do where you don't, because that's where this is heading.
He's wrong. This has something to do with protect a mother who wants to be a mother.
Will you stop it?
It's the truth.
What do you mean? Okay. I'm so mad at you.
Because you hate the facts.
Read it. Criminal justice. Read it. Are you ready?
Right. Yeah, read it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to read it. Go ahead.
You want me to read it?
Yes.
Yeah, because it'd probably kill a Democrat to read it. The platform states support the preborn child's fundamental right to life and personhood under the 14th Amendment and implement all constitutional and legal protections. Now,
All right,
When they say legal protections, is if a mother.
All right.
Roe v. Wade is settled case.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Stop your BS.
There you go.
Stop the BS.
You're doing this and you know
Roe
it.
v. Wade is settled
you know
case.
You're doing it.
It has nothing to do with abortions.
You know you're doing it. Anybody out there who's connected into this, they realize
you know the people
that you
smarter than you
Republicans
think?
do not want women to take care of their own bodies. Leave women alone.
If you're a young lady or married mother or whatever, and you want to have a child, and you choose that route to go, and if somebody kills your baby inside your stomach, do you believe they should be charged with homicide?
That's not what this says.
Yes, it is.
It's not. Read
yes,
it.
it is.
Read it. You want me to reread it for you?
Yeah, reread it.
You're so
reread
full
it.
of it.
Reread it.
No, I'm not going to reread it.
Okay.
I'm not going to reread it because you just keep doing. All the Republicans do the same thing constantly. Take the rights away from women, and that's just another way of doing it.
Don't believe me. Pull up the bill, Senate Bill 40, and you yourself look and see who's telling the truth and who's lying. This has nothing to do with abortion. It has to do with protect that mother.
And
you can't deal with the truth.
No.
You can't deal with the truth.
And when they say it has nothing to do with it,
you can't deal with the truth. It kills you to get the truth. It's a protection for mothers.
Listen to him. I got to put up with this. He's got to put up with me. All right. Let's move on.
Okay, let's move on.
Department and administration. People are not going to believe we just calm right down there.
I know that. But you want to know something? People are smart. People are smarter than you think. You'll be surprised the people that look up the bill that tell me, Al, thank you.
I will bet you the two of us can outsmart at least one of them out there.
I bet you just one Republican outsmart 100 Democrats.
No, we all know it takes 4 Republicans to beat up one Democrat. And I apologize every week for beating the hell out of them. All right,
you ever hear the old saying, strong like bull, strong like a bull, smell like poop, smell like poop? All right, go ahead.
Okay, we haven't read these bills, done this stuff before, but we're coming down to the, we will say we're coming down to, we have how many more sessions?
Coming down to the wire. We probably got about 2 or 3, maybe 3.
All right, 3 sessions.
And then the last one will probably be the budget.
So 3 weeks, well, it'll be 4 weeks. It'll be another month.
Right.
But during that, I will be working all the time.
Right. Yep.
So I don't get any time off. And then I know I'm on 1 study group this summer and possibly 2, so I don't get a break at all.
I'm sure I will be myself, but I try to spend all my time on the Cape.
The following year, if I wish to run, I've got to find somebody who wants. People want to give me 50 cents.
See, if I don't have to work, I won't. I'm a beach bum, so I prefer working on my tan.
Well, wait, hold on a second. I got it from a Republican, absolutely, that this is your last term?
No, I don't think so. It was up in the air whether my wife and I were going to move to Florida.
Yeah.
And my wife just found out last week that her son got a 4-year scholarship at Sun University, New Hampshire. Yeah. We thought he was going to go to school in Florida. So now that just changed everything now. So we're discussing a different route on how to handle this.
So you're not.
So it looks like you might have to put up with me for a couple more years.
So you're not lying.
So no, why would I lie?
You tell it. Why would you lie? You lie all the time.
Why would I lie? I'm a factual type of guy. I don't care if I hurt somebody's feelings. Yeah. I'll tell it like it is.
You certainly don't hurt mine.
Yeah, you do. I can tell you all the time.
No,
how can you tell when Ken Gidge is lying? His lips are moving. Okay, go ahead.
That's right. Lipstick on a pig,
Yeah. Lipstick on a pig, you got it.
I'm, ladies and gentlemen, I'm letting him off easy this week.
No, he's not, because he has no.
Look, when you see that it comes up abortion again, and look, there are people out there. Let me just say this: there are people out there who believe that women should not have abortions. Okay, great. My belief, quite simply, is woman has a right to make a choice. Period. When you start reading things like this guess what? This has something to do with abortion. That's exactly what it has to do. Yes, it does.
No, it don't.
And you know how he
He's
hides
wrong
it?
once again.
If you want to keep your child, this will give somebody, if they harm you, this will put them in jail. We already have a bill for that. Yeah,
no,
up to 15 years. So he went. So
no, we don't.
All right.
You're not being honest.
All right, a little
Ken,
jar,
look at
thing
me.
of nicotine.
Look at me.
2 cartons of cigarettes, and you don't want a safety cap on it?
Look at me and say I'm being honest to the people.
I'm being honest to the people.
Why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing.
Yeah, okay.
Well, it's hard to look at you and not laugh.
Don't you think if you're a woman, you deserve the right for protection if you choose to carry? No, I can't. This is near and dear to my heart because you Democrats have a war on women and you blame us. Did that hurt the
I
feelings?
know it doesn't hurt the feelings, but I'll tell you something. I think you and other Republicans should watch yourselves.
And some Democrats voted for it too.
Should watch yourself
why?
when you make statements like this.
Why? It's a war against women.
This is totally,
it's true.
Unequivocally against abortions, no matter what.
No, it's not.
So now you're turning around and you're saying, if women get beat up and lose their baby, don't you want some protection?
Yes.
That's not what this bill is, and you Republicans should stop saying stuff like this.
If a woman gets beat up with the laws of New Hampshire,
we have 50. No, it's already. We already have a law for that.
Yes, it's called assault. That's it. That's what it is. It's called assault.
And if a child
it's not murder
is in, the
of your child.
Is in, no,
it's
that's
assault.
Not, that's not true. That's not true, and that's not what this says.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. You just read it.
Tell you what, I did read it.
Okay, all right.
The bill there, read the bill yourself, SB 40, you're going to see who's telling the
drugs.
truth.
All right, synthetic drugs, in other words, you can smoke this marijuana that everybody's getting sick with.
You're unbelievable.
Okay.
You want government is the answer. Big government, more regulations is the answer.
Let me see.
That's what you want.
I've got
but you can still buy it on the internet because it's legal everywhere else.
Your group wants women not to have the ability to do what they believe is good for their own body by trying to pass it so no women can have abortions.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen,
no, that's not true.
And this guy, we are trying to restrict.
He's not being honest with you there because Roe v. Wade is a settled case. Has nothing to do with abortion. Nothing whatsoever on that bill. It's protecting that woman. Why do you keep going back to it?
That's because that's not true.
It is true.
No, you guys got to stop.
Okay,
that.
let's stop and let them look up for themselves.
Okay.
Pull up the law, SB.
What's this about relative to appropriations for nursing homes? 13 to 10. What's that about?
What happened is Governor Hassan took out $7 million from the nursing home. She downshifted to the counties. So what happened is the Republicans were putting the money back in there and trying to stop her from, because the taxes in each of our counties would be going up.
All right, let me read this. The current.
Oh, you don't want to talk about that one, huh? What the governor was doing to the nursing homes, how she was screwing them over.
Excuse me, I've got the bill right here. Do you mind? It was really the header of the bill. It's not the bill.
Okay, but that is the bill.
And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, guess who wrote this up?
Which one?
Republicans wrote up these papers. Gee, do you think they're one-sided, these papers? I think they're really one-sided.
They are one-sided.
Oh, yeah,
I'll admit to it. It's a Republican paper. We don't ask the Democrats to
So
change us.
what they're saying is Maggie Hassan, who came in trying to bring some of the
tax and spender, Maggie Hassan,
back that you guys took out.
No, the tax and spender.
I know.
No, we didn't.
Mentally ill.
Let me ask you something.
You really screwed that up.
Did we level fund?
You really
did we level fund the budget?
No, you
yes,
didn't.
we did.
No,
you're not right. You're not being honest.
I know. We go through this once a week, and I'm only going to say it one more time.
You're not being honest.
He balanced the budget.
Level.
Next year, it cost us $40 million because it was screwed up. Oh, excuse me, $140 million because it was screwed up. But they balanced that budget.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Hey, let's talk about the governor's executive orders. Okay?
What was it?
Let's talk about the governor's executive orders on how she told the Health and Human Services, DMV, and the veterans, she cut the money out because they were overspending over $120 million just on the Medicaid expansion. She put, okay, let's talk about that there. On their heavy spending, and they were hiding the numbers.
You know, why do you make foolish statements like that?
That's fact. Do a Google. Go on the governor's page and look at her executive orders.
You know something?
Don't believe Al Baldasaro.
Oh, yeah, please don't.
Don't believe me.
Absolutely
go to the
don't
governor's website and look at her white pages, her executive orders.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't believe either of us if that's the case. But certainly don't believe him.
Yeah, go and look yourself there.
How can you sit here as a supposedly almost practically normal? We're not normal because we do this job for nothing up there. How can you sit there and make statements about a governor who has come in and has tried to put things back together, and the Republicans
keep taking
it away?
Almost $1 billion in more new spending. It's the truth.
And you know what's interesting about this?
Almost $1 billion in new spending.
You want to know how smart they are? You ready for this? Let me tell you how smart they are.
How smart
I'm
I
going
am.
to tell you how smart
Tell me how
you
smart
are.
we are.
For every dollar spent on tourism, and this is calculated, and this is something you can find, New Hampshire gets $7.99 back. Now let me do that again.
How do we do that?
$1
Tell
on
me.
the advertising the
Okay.
state on tourism, and we get $7.99 back, and they cut the tourism down because they wanted everyone to hurt equally. Let me repeat that: everyone to hurt equally. Is that stupid?
Now,
you take money away from something that gives you money. You guys have done this before.
Okay. Now, if you work for a company and you're looking at a $2.50 raise, and all of a sudden the company's not making money, and you don't get that raise, do you consider that a cut in your pay? That's the Democrat mentality. Because we didn't spend the $1 billion that the governor wants of more spending.
You know,
we level funded the budget, the same numbers from last year.
We are talking about.
Okay?
You see,
it a cut. You're unbelievable, you Democrats.
I will not put up with that.
It's the truth. You have no choice. You have to put up with it.
You were asked.
It's the
yes,
truth.
I have
you have to put up with it.
I have to put up with you. That's for sure.
You have to.
You know, we go one subject and then one subject over, and now you're now from pushing an old lady off there to you're not going to do this anymore.
No, but you're the one that did it.
You're not going to do this anymore.
From subject to subject.
Let me see if I can explain what he said. If you have, let's say, $3, right, and you need $4, what can you do?
You guys will borrow.
Wow! If you invest $1 in tourism, advertising tourism, you get $7.99 back. What don't they understand about that? That's nuts.
You want to know something?
And you want to know something?
He's using tourism. That's not true.
I hate to say this, but this is how you define Republicans.
Well, what he does
in New Hampshire,
he wants to
Republican
continue,
politicians.
He wants to spend $1 billion more spending and throw more money into the tourism. I understand, into commercials. We have issues with mental health. We have homeless shelters needing more money. We've got issues there with Medicaid.
Excuse me.
We got issues
you
there.
just took the money away from it. It was your budget.
No, what we did was we level.
Excuse me. It was your budget.
Funded the budget.
How can you level fund it and you say that she was spending $1 billion?
You know what he's mad at? Because
how
the governor.
Can you say
the
that?
governor signed contracts of almost $40 million in pay raises when we're struggling to maintain.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is.
That's not
yes,
true.
It is.
That is a lie.
Read the budget.
That's a lie.
Read the budget.
Read the
we
budget.
stopped it.
No, that's a
we stopped it.
Ladies and gentlemen, how can you drive me nuts?
You really hate the truth, don't you? You really hate the facts, don't you?
It is so. It's so. You know what?
You don't like the facts.
You know what I was talking about? Someone the other day. I was talking about every time I sit down with him, I get him so riled he pulls out the Constitution. Do you have the Constitution on you?
I always have it.
Let's see it.
Come on, I always carry.
What would a show be without a Constitution?
This is the U.S. This is New Hampshire.
Yeah, and when he learns how to read,
it has pictures.
Or understand,
it has pictures.
That's good. I like that one. I would have said that.
I'm not a politician like you that tells people what they want to hear.
He's not a politician.
Okay, I'm an elected official that tells people like it is. Whether you vote for me or not, you're going to know the truth.
The truth is, yes, women cannot control their own bodies.
No, they can.
Yes, a child can pick up a bottle and drink something down because there's no top on it. That's the freedom of the baby. The 6-year-old ought to have the ability, should have the ability to pick up it and drink it like that and potentially die because they're Americans.
The company said
and that's exactly what you do. You do this all the time the same way.
It's more regulations. That's not the issue. The issue is everything else that goes along with their legislation.
Why do you think we have to regulate it?
You know, you think government is the answer.
Why do you think we have to regulate it?
Because the company said they're doing it themselves.
No. It's not company. It's companies coming from other countries.
You know, you make me laugh.
Excuse me. Coming from other countries.
A lot of this stuff comes out of state. They buy it on the internet. So now We're going to make people criminals. That's what he wants to do.
No, I think you're correct on this one. I think the children of 4 and 3 and 2 have a right to drink that because they're Americans.
No, they don't.
Their parents.
We never said they do.
American.
There you go again. There you go again.
Their parents hate
There
Democrats.
you go again.
They think this
Republicans
is awful,
are bad,
and they think he's
people.
not a politician. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that 6 years old have the right to drink that because there's no cap on it.
Okay.
Is that all right?
You know, something like I said, strong like bull, smell like poop.
Yeah, I know. You better. I'm telling you, I'm being really nice to you today.
Don't be nice.
I don't know why.
Hey, don't be nice.
I'm
Don't be
upset.
nice. Because you want to know why?
You heard
because,
about my cell phone, right?
Yeah, I know I did. I seen that.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I seen that.
See that?
Yeah, I seen that. You know,
Bang,
stupidity.
break,
Yeah.
and it's an
Stupidity.
apple. And you want to know something?
What's
Called
that?
up, had insurance. Honest God, less than 24 hours, there was a new one on my porch.
That's awesome.
The only problem is I don't know how to open it to stick the card in.
Get your wife to do it. She'll do it for you.
Yeah.
She probably knows. That's
Your
the better
wife
half.
might be able to.
Well, my wife has a computer science degree. She's pretty sharp on this
so
stuff.
she can
yeah.
open telephones.
And I'm not bashful to say I married an angel.
I consider her very, but I think there's just a tiny little weakness in her.
What?
She's married to you.
Why? We love each other. I mean, I married an angel. I can't. God sent that woman to me. I can't complain. And I'm not bashful. I'm not scared to admit that.
All right.
All right. Now, what else?
All right. What do we have here? What do you have on your sheet?
Well, tell you what. We talked about the governor there with the finance and how she was sticking it to the nursing home, county nursing homes.
That's not true.
Yeah, talk to your people in the county.
You want to know something? Excuse me. Ladies and gentlemen, the people who run the executive committee in Hillsborough County are Republicans.
Okay,
You want to know why
here
I
we
know
go.
this? Because the Republicans are the majority, and I was on the executive committee for Hillsborough for 2 years.
And he's
I
not
will
on it
never
anymore.
do that
He's
again.
not on it anymore, so he don't know.
I will never do that
You don't know.
again.
Just like Medicaid
It's awful.
expansion never came to his committee. They backdoored it to finance. Okay, but let me read something to you here. This is the truth.
All right,
now.
ladies and gentlemen,
Hey,
now this is
the
written
fact. I'm going to
by
read to you.
the Republicans.
That's right. This is what tells us about the bills.
By
okay?
Republicans. Remember that.
It's written, actually not even by, it's written by the House Republican Alliance, which is a group that I'm the former chair of.
Oh, wait a minute. That's by who?
By the House Republican Alliance.
Hold on a second. That means your Republicans are divided into two.
Just like the Democrats.
You have, no.
Just like the Democrats.
You have 140 in your group?
Well, we got enough, yeah.
110?
Well, it's none of your business. but go
95?
ahead. It's none of your business,
80,
but go ahead. What do you want?
40
Get your
in
point.
your group?
Get your point in. Well, no, we're well over 100 and something.
All right, okay. They have they broke up
140,
the Republican Party, and they've divided it. So the Republican Party is so divided, and they're fighting back and forth.
No, there's no fighting. No fighting at all. We come together on the bills.
Excuse me.
You want us to fight, but there's none.
Where do you sit?
There's none. I sit in the middle. They screwed me, the leader, because I'll say it. I'm not scared to say it.
Who sits on
I
one
have
end?
no respect for my
Who sits
speaker.
in one end?
Bill O'Brien.
And who sits on the other end?
Steve Stefanik.
And let me tell you, I know Bill, okay? I also know Steve. He was nasty to me.
Steve's a great guy.
He was nasty to me.
Well,
Probably a great guy, but nasty.
I stop people from picking on
He was
Ken
nasty.
all the time.
But
I don't want to see him be
you
bullied.
got Bill O'Brien, you got Stepnick, you've got John. Why is John there? What did he do?
John, none of us, we're all.
What did John
We're all
do?
part of the conservatives. They don't want the conservatives getting up there. They rather the moderates and the ones that vote with you Democrats.
Moderate Republicans who can get things done and work, but you've got these Yahoo Republicans who own they rented a little building across the street.
Yeah, so
they have
so
their
what?
own, not even in the State House.
Yeah.
And you want to know something? There you go.
Because
you
the
got
Speaker
the House,
denied
you got
us.
the Senate.
The Speaker
and now
denied us a place
they
to
even
meet.
have the Speaker, and they don't like the Speaker, so they've divided up and they fight against their own Speaker.
You see, you don't know the truth. The Speaker denied us a room to use, one of the hearing rooms to use for meetings. So we said, okay, if we can't use the State House, which is the people's house, then we'll rent our own place, and that's what we did.
All right.
Okay, so what's wrong with
So
that?
you're divided. Your party is divided.
You know something? I get elected by the people of my district. I don't get elected to cater to the Speaker. I don't know how you do in your district, but I report to the people in my district, not that speaker.
You report to Bill O'Brien.
No, I don't even report to Bill O'Brien.
You report.
Bill O'Brien is a personal friend.
Do you realize that I'm sitting next to a person who is an ultra Republican, and they have this? They call the pink sheets.
We pass it out to everybody. Even
not
Democrats can
Democrat.
have it.
No, I stole this.
No, there's no stealing.
I stole this.
How could you steal something that's left on each window every session? How could you steal? It's there for everybody. How could you steal something that's put on the table for anybody?
Put on the table?
Yeah, we put it on the table.
I've never seen any.
It's always out.
Did you want to give me one of the
Well,
copies
you got to
today?
remember, by the time you get in, the session's already
Did you want to
started.
give me a copy?
Yeah, I'll give you a copy every week.
I just asked. I just grabbed it, and ran away, and
But
you
when
didn't want it.
No, because I only had one. That's why you act like an idiot. I mean, what can I say?
Yeah, I act like
You know?
an idiot.
All right. Now,
Right, okay.
I'll give
So
you a pink sheet every session.
Yeah, okay.
Hey.
Then let's just make this really clear. The Republicans have the House, they have the Senate, and they're so divided.
No, we're not.
Yes, you
Not
are.
on legislation.
You have the free staters. That means no rail for Nashua and Manchester. I'll tell
I
you
don't
that right
support the rail.
now.
I think it's a waste of
There we
taxpayers'
go.
money.
Waste of taxpayers' money.
$300 million when we got people sleeping in the streets? Give it a break. $300 million when we got women with children living in homeless shelters, veterans on the street.
Yes, that's right. And if we had
You all
all
make me
that
laugh.
money,
Where are the
there are
priorities?
people who are hurt someplace.
Where are the priorities?
You don't. You've already proven you do not
Where
want
are
to
your
invest in the state of New Hampshire.
No, that's not true.
You've made that clear
That's
that you
not
do
true.
not want to invest in the state of New Hampshire.
True.
Rail is really, really important. You want businesses to come up
had
here.
to make
You
sure
want more people to
education
come
was
up here.
funded.
And guess what? You don't even do that.
You know, there's only so much money on the tree. And you Democrats want us to keep going into the taxpayers' money. In order for us to support that $1 billion the governor wanted to spend, that's more taxes and fees.
I know.
We'd have to come up with more taxes.
They want to save all your money. 4.5, social work is $465,000. Save the state of New Hampshire $1.5 million, and they fire them. You want to know why? Because they want to save $465,000. Guess what? They forget they saved $1.5 million for the state. Keep people out of jail, etc. But these guys, there they go again.
When we level fund a budget and we don't raise, if we spent the governor's $1 billion that she wants, where's that money come from? Tell me where that $1 billion come from.
Where do you get $1 billion?
It's almost $1 billion.
No. You make statements like that are not true.
10.5 is the budget, last year's budget.
That is not
10.5. Is it true the last budget was 10.5?
I got a question.
Was the last budget 10.5?
You got a guy who's so smart doing the budget. Didn't they just find $50 million someplace?
Was the last budget 10.5?
You're the one who did the budget. Is there another $50 million? Where'd that come from?
Was the last budget?
Oh, I know, because the Republicans are so good.
No, it was in a special fund. They found it in under transportation, I believe. There was billions of dollars that was stashed somewhere.
Oh,
that they found.
To pay for
that they found.
The rail.
No, not
so
the rail.
So they took it away.
Not the rail. I don't support the rail. Well, I'll support rail when I see the last woman that's living in a home versus in a shelter. Or when I see the last veteran off the streets. Then I'll support rail. I'll support rail when I see that we don't have people starving in our state.
If you don't invest into your state, like tourism dollars, $7.99.
Where does that investment?
That's how you bring businesses in.
Can you tell me
that they fired? They're going to fire 400 state employees.
That's not true.
I thought they were supposed to keep jobs.
See, you hear jobs, state jobs. He wants government jobs, big government. That's what you want.
Excuse me.
You want state jobs.
Hold on a second. Let's
state jobs. That's what you're all about.
Let's get something.
Let the private sector raise jobs.
Hold on a second. The state of New Hampshire, under Democrats and Republicans, as far as it goes for state jobs, has always been cheap.
No, we haven't. That's not true.
Really?
We have more state employees here. We have more government employees in New Hampshire
who is the top
than Massachusetts, Maine, Vermont, and...
That's a lie.
Yeah, we do.
That's a lie.
Don't believe me.
That is a lie. Are you adding us as $400?
The numbers are there.
Excuse me, are you there?
We have more state employees
than
in the
Massachusetts.
state. Yes. We're a bigger government.
How much would you like to bet on this?
No, I'm tired of betting you because you never pay. No, I'm tired of betting you. You never pay back.
If we have more employees in the state of You're right, Massachusetts. No, we don't. This is a
You know
cheap
something?
state. It's always been a cheap
it's
state.
not.
You're supposed to save jobs. You get rid of the jobs. Shame on you.
We Republicans believe with working and living within our limits, within our means.
And that's why I invest into the state.
Who pays for that? Let's say the governor's budget was $800 million, almost $1 billion.
Well,
let's say.
no,
Where's that money come from? Tell me where the money
us-
comes from.
Oh, taxes?
And from who?
From,
The people?
yes.
So you don't mind taking more money out of people's pockets, you Democrats?
Oh, no, I'd like to put some in, like bringing
How?
rail in and bringing more businesses
How
in.
does rail
I would like
benefit
to
this state?
advertise more to get more people to come up
How
to New
does
Hampshire.
rail-
But these guys don't want
You
to,
know, some-
and they will. And you know something?
that's
and
a joke.
You know what's shameful?
That's a
I'm not
joke.
going to go over the veterans because you're a good veteran. But when
'Cause
they
you-
say
'cause I'll embarrass you.
women living outside, that's shameful. Simply because nobody wants that, and it was the Republicans who cut all that money.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, you
never did. I would never let that happen
All
in a
right,
million years.
okay.
I would not vote for a budget that cut
All right.
Meals on Wheels,
And-
busing,
Excuse me.
schools.
Excuse me.
Never.
You cut
no,
Meals
we
on
didn't.
Wheels.
No, we didn't. We level funded it.
Excuse me.
We did
Excuse
not
me.
stick the millions of dollars that the governor
excuse me.
wanted. You called a cut.
Hold on.
We did not cut
Excuse me.
it.
The Republicans
No, we
cut
didn't.
Meals on Wheels.
Level funded. What don't you understand about that word? They're getting the
let
same
me
money last
see.
year, this year. They're getting the same money in the budget from the House. Now, we don't know what the Senate's doing. We're waiting for that. But the House,
Yeah, we know what the
Matter
Senate's
of fact,
doing. The
this-
Senate, nobody wants to put up with us in
Matter of fact, the
the
governor-
House because how stupid we are.
the governor in her budget brought down the education stability tax down to 60%. We, through amendment, brought it back up to 10%. That way, Nashua didn't take a huge cut like the original was supposed to be.
Yeah, $1 million. That's not bad.
No, you were going to take more.
No,
You're
$1 million.
gonna
That's not bad.
You're going to lose more money.
No, we're just,
Yeah,
the
but-
second largest
No,
city in
that-
the state.
no, you weren't losing
know
$1
what I
million.
mean?
You're losing $1 million because your numbers
Why
dropped.
is it the Republicans
Your numbers
from
have
the,
dropped
from
with
the
kids.
city of Nashua said, don't vote for this budget? Why?
Because your governor, your mayor never looked at the stability amendment. Never whatsoever.
Excuse me, if
Never looked at it.
I remember
Your
correctly,
mayor had no clue, and I'll be the
Donna
first to
Lee
say it.
Lozo was
She's a Republican.
deputy speaker.
I don't care what she was. I'm just saying she was wrong.
In the Republican
She's a
Party.
Republican. I'm
and
saying
she
she's
was
wrong.
wrong.
I'm saying, yes, she's
No,
wrong.
no,
I'm
she's-
saying,
she's smarter than
I'm
you
saying,
and me.
let me ask you a question.
I think we're smarter than her both
well,
put together.
Let me
but-
ask you
okay.
a question. Do the numbers of your children, school children, drop in Nashua?
No.
Yes, they did.
Expanded.
Yeah, no, they did.
By
Yeah,
5,000.
No, they did not.
150,000
No,
more.
they did
We're changing
not.
the subject.
No, they didn't.
Let's go on to
did
something
the
else.
numbers drop in Nashua? I'll be honest.
We're
Be
not
honest.
talking about this
no,
anymore.
No, why? I want,
No, because we can go on.
Because you don't want me to prove
we
a
got
point.
7 minutes left. We got 7 minutes left.
The numbers,
Can
wait,
you
before I want to
can
speak
you
to,
stop
can
it?
I speak to my people in Londonderry that are watching
Okay,
my
excuse
district?
me. That's true. All right, go
Okay,
ahead.
if you're from Londonderry, the school numbers have dropped.
Only from Londonderry.
Okay, because Nashua too. Okay, so what happened is
And
we were
what
getting
he's
less
saying
money in
is-
adequacy
Hold on,
education
hold on,
funding.
hold on.
So the stability education
what-
taxes,
hold
the
on,
governor
hold on,
wanted to
hold
drop
on.
to 60%. We brought it back
Hold
up
on,
so we would
hold
not
on,
lose a
hold
lot of
on.
money. The truth hurts.
That's right. Two
Okay,
thirds.
go ahead.
All right, okay.
What-
You
yeah,
ready to
we got
change the
7
subject?
minutes or 6 minutes. Go ahead.
Anything nice happening in your life? Anything?
Ah.
I got the news.
I'm going to
Anything
Florida
happened
next week.
good up at the State House that pleased you?
Yeah, I think we all came together, Republicans and Democrats, on a few bills. There was 57 of us that voted on that bank bill for the Balsams. I was one of them that voted against that. I was proud of that vote. You see, there was an article in the Union Leader there about picking and choosing
I
winners.
know, but that wasn't the Balsams. That was
it's the
that was
Balsams.
the Balsams was part of.
It's the
Yeah,
Balsams.
it wasn't the Bal. It was called the Balsams. Well, that's
Right.
not what it was.
But that's what the money's for.
Well,
okay, they raised the debt ceiling
all right.
where we can borrow
yes, but this is
115
not
million.
this is not something new.
You know.
We have done this
Yeah,
since
but
the
the thing
time
is,
of the beginning.
you know, we have many other issues. We're going to tie up our money that for borrowing. If we have a disaster, we have to borrow. Okay, that puts a hurting on us. Okay, because we're almost maxed out on our borrowing. They just raised it from 90 to 115.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
Oh.
That's where the Republicans.
Here comes the BS.
We
Here comes the
were
BS.
downgraded in our bond rating because of The Republicans.
No, we were never.
It cost
we
us
were
more money to borrow.
We were threatened to be
Shame on
downgraded.
you.
We were never downgraded.
All right, I want to talk
We were
about something
threatened.
good.
Oh, I just brought out
How's
the
the
truth.
weather?
The weather is beautiful.
Any snow left over to your house?
Nope. We're doing a lot of work in my yard. My wife and
Did you finally get your house put together?
I just bought over 100 bags of mulch, to put around my
Mulch?
property. The red mulch and all that.
You don't have any grass?
Yeah, I do, but I have nice areas. My wife loves outdoors, so she's got a green thumb.
100 bags
Over
of
100
mulch?
bags. Yeah, because I have a large area.
How big is your lot?
It's not for the lawn. It's for the flower beds
No,
area.
the lot.
The lot, I don't know, almost 2 acres.
You got 2 acres?
Yeah. But I used to own
Are you in a
7
flood?
acres.
Are you in a flood?
No, I have wetlands.
Why-
I have wetlands behind me.
Why did you sold some land off?
No, the state to eminent domain took 5 acres of my land.
Why?
For the airport mitigation package they did when they expanded the airport. Federal law, when you fill in wetlands, you have to buy or make new wetlands.
Did they pay you
They
much?
stole it, $10,000 for 5 acres.
What?
Yeah, they stole my land. They knocked out a lot on one side of my house and then a lot on the other. I bought 7 acres of land with the dream of building homes for my children.
Yeah.
So I'd have like a Kennedy compound.
Yeah.
And they took that dream away almost 10 years ago. So I said, if I can't beat you on the outside, I'll beat you on the inside. And I ran for state rep.
I know.
And I've been a thorn in
And
their
you've been
butt.
punishing everybody since.
That's
Let me
right.
tell you that right now.
You got that right. I'm a loud voice.
Now, you will not be here next week.
Nope, I'm going to
And
be
you
in Florida.
suggested I get John?
Yeah, Representative John Burt does a great job.
Okay.
I'm going to be with my daughter. I'm looking forward to it.
That's nice. She's a sweetheart.
My daughter's a graduate at Londonderry High School. Last year she got a bachelor's, but she started her master's during her senior year.
Yeah.
So now she only had 1 year left now to do a master's, which May 11th she'll have it. I'm so proud of her. So I promised her I'd
How
take her
old
on a
is she?
week vacation.
How old is she?
She's 23.
Wow.
Yeah. She's a
And
go-getter.
today everybody needs a master's, and she's going to probably need a doctorate.
Well,
when they get
I
done,
told
you know.
her that I would help her with her, to do that if she wanted. She said, no, she wants to go into the corporate world.
PhD. Yeah. She wants to go where?
Into the corporate world. She's actually working for a company deals with chartered flights, and they're looking at buying the big company. Their main office is in Florida. They're in Boston. They're looking to buy another company, and they do the chartered flights for the Celtics, Red Sox, all these CEOs,
all right. Yeah.
where you can rent these planes.
Yes.
So they're looking at buying another one, and she said that she may take over as the director of the flight. So,
Oh, really?
setting up the catering, the events, and all that stuff that they do. So I'm pretty proud of her.
Well, let me give you a little information with my son, who's in China. And this is really, really bizarre.
He must take after the wife.
Well,
I'm glad
this
for that.
this is no. He takes after his dad in a lot of ways. His dad's not that stupid.
I'm not
Yeah,
touching
it's not
that
the
one.
IQ.
Guy, we need Lee on here to back that up.
Listen, anybody who can put up with this guy. All right. No, this is so fascinating because when he was in college, of all things to do is he took up journalism. He switched from business to journalism. He had one job in a newspaper, and of course the newspaper started going out, and he lost his job. And anyway, through a whole bunch of things, he ended up in China teaching English. But he's a great writer. So he is asked by this Chinese newspaper. It's run by the Chinese government. It's complicated. When people think of communism, they don't quite understand what it is because over 3/4 of the whole country is not
It's like a
communist.
progressive
They have
Democrat.
nothing.
Right. Isn't it like a progressive
So
Democrat?
they ask him to write a review of a food review. So I said, did you go to the place? He says, yes. I said, did you eat any of it? He says, I had a little. Did you like it? He says, well, I don't know. So what was your review? It was a great review for the place. In other words, probably one of the communist guys. All right. Well, anyway. So they ask him, would you like to edit? Because it's an English newspaper, and they want the English to have a newspaper over there, which is good. So they asked him to edit, and he was on a 30-day trial. This little right. And I'm trying to say, I'm not sure you're going to get the job. And the reason is that all the people who write stories want him to edit his stories.
That could be trouble.
Because he rereads them.
He's gotta be careful.
Not rewrites them, turns things around,
Right.
gets through the grammar
He
and the
has to be
spelling all
careful,
together.
I'm sure.
And that's what I said to him.
Right.
I said, you know, Sky, there's no advertising. They don't care if the paper grows. They don't even care what the stories are. They just stick to, and all he does is edit. He doesn't write anything. But he wrote a story on visas, and he was petrified. You know, Al, we can go on and on and on about this. We'll finish the story about my son. I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you if he's got the job. He may not have it. How can people get in touch with you?
You can get me at www.albaldasaro.com. You can call me at 425-6997. I'm on Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on my 41 Hall Road in Londonderry. Stop by, have a cup of coffee. Want to talk politics.
All right.
How about you, Ken?
All right, my name is Ken Gidge. Obviously, all you have to do is go to Gidge World, and you will find myself. We're also on YouTube. In fact, Access Nashua would go to Facebook and befriend them because it's a great place. And anyway, you can get me by Facebook, Gidge World. Also, telephone number, area code 603-864-9332. That's it.
Look at the con artist. I mean, no, the artist page.
That's right.
Right,
That's
where is
Gidge World. Okay,
Gidge
thank you
World,
very
right?
much. We'll see you later.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.